Hey, I'm Will, bridgeworksgames.com if you're interested in looking at. We made the tower last time and it got hit
Yep.
and it was
And
able
it
to.
made the bullet go bye-bye.
Exactly, which is good. So now we want to make it
Ugh.
to where it flashes that it got hit, flash white
Okay.
for like a fraction of a second. And we'll just cover that for right now. I feel like that's already going to be a pretty big, stepping stone. And then we'll kind of reevaluate after that and see what more we want to do.
Cool.
You ready?
I
Damn it!
Here we are back in our old stomping grounds.
So let us press the play button to reevaluate ourselves and whatever.
Alright.
I don't know. I can't do that.
I should probably maximize this
Sounds good.
so I can see it.
Look at those bullets go away. Sweet.
Look how quick I can quick.
Very clicky. Let's make a console debug. I don't think we've done a debug yet, so I'd like to do a debug log. It's super simple, one line, and it'll display right there and let us know I got hit, something like that, just to make sure that it's returning back, our function's returning back. You remember the function we made last time? It's called got hit. Let's open up your script and look at got hit, and if you click
The turret script, right?
yeah, you got it. All right, there it is. Got hit function. So line 21. Let's add. It's capital D.
Make a flashy.
Yeah, okay, that's great. Yeah, a little note to yourself. And then under that, we want to do a capital D debug. There you go. Dot L for log. Capital L. Sorry, it's a function. And then open your parentheses. And then we're going to open up our quotes, and you can write something in here like got hit. Just some there you go, some message to yourself, and then semicolon, and we'll save and go back.
Okay.
And now you go for it.
We're gonna watch the log to make sure it's actually registering that it. Wait, did we tie the got hit to anything yet?
I think so. Let's see if we did. That's what this will do for us.
Ouch.
Wonderful. And notice right now, the inside of the console, your collapse button is selected. Do you see that in there? It's illuminated. Yeah, if you unselect that, and now you'll see them broken out. You can see the individual timestamps.
That's way better.
Yeah, it depends on what you want. But yeah, you got those options there. Cool. So this is great. This tells us that our got hit function is returning at the timestamp we want the Boolean, and looks great.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's head back to the script, and we can add our flashy code in that got hit, and we know that it's going to do what it want it to do.
We don't need this anymore, right? Because
Yeah,
we know
that's
it's
right.
working.
You got it. That is the way I debug most of the stuff. Cool. So we're going to do a wrapper again. So we'll just call it flash or flashy, and you're just going to call it. Yeah, that's it. And then let's make it. And this one is going to be a void because we're going to wrap a coroutine inside. So this is going to wrap a coroutine. So here we'll call on line 47, we'll call start coroutine, capital S, because it's I don't know, it's a Unity specific. It's part of the libraries that you got and you're using. There you go. Open your parentheses. And
Can't believe I got that right.
you did. It was beautiful. And then whatever we want to call it here, flash white, I guess. White flash, what do you want to call it?
Is this just another function?
Yeah, but this one is not returning the void. This is returning the enumerator type.
Okay.
There you go. Great. And then semicolon. Yeah, sweet. And then we'll go to line 49 outside of the braces. And we'll say, actually, the return type is capital I, capital E. And yeah, enumerator. It's kind of weird. It's not popping up.
Yeah, I don't know what the.
Yeah, you're doing it great. That's perfect. Capital I, lowercase n. Yeah, that's great. Enumerator. Okay. So ER. Oh, you need to. I'm sorry. You gotta there you go. Yeah. That's it. And then flash white. Yeah. And then open your closed parens. And let's start. So what we need to do is make a reference to the mesh render for both the turret, or the tower and its little turret. So I'll show you what we're doing real quick. Let's hop over to Unity, and I'm going to give you a visualization of what it is that we're looking for. So we're clicked on the turret tower right now, and the third component down is mesh renderer. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Cool. Inside of there, do you see materials? You'll need to open it up. It's the first thing down inside of the mesh render.
Got it.
Yeah, great. And then inside of it, element 0 is the material that came with this object. Usually when you have Blender and you color each of the sides, from my understanding, I don't know much about Blender, but it'll come in a little like, it looks like a sphere, and that gets wrapped around the object. Anyway, that's the material that we got here. So what we need to do in our code is grab that specific thing where it says turret tower 03. That's what we need. And we need to make it white and then go back to the way it was. But not only that, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So are we going to like make a public variable in the script and then reference it that way?
No, we can just in one line, we can just grab it. That's a really good idea that you're thinking.
But this doesn't need to be a variable necessarily, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
It's static. So it's
well, yeah, it's gonna take, what we're doing is gonna take a little bit more processing power, but it's gonna be fine.
okay.
Yeah, I think it'd start to clutter this thing out pretty quick. If you open up the turret tower in your hierarchy on the far left, there you go. If you click on turret, notice it has the exact same thing. It's super unfortunate, but it's a completely so we have to grab both.
Got it.
Yeah, actually check this out. Uncheck the mesh render right now. Yeah, up above. So the mesh render component, there's a little checkbox next to it.
Oh.
Yeah, if you uncheck it, it goes away.
Oh.
It's still there, but you can't see it anymore. So
Interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of the visualization between the both.
What if we just like blinked the mesh renderer in and out of existence?
You could. I think it'd look a little funny to have it just disappear, but we can check it out.
Well, yeah, but like if you do it really quick, sometimes like that's what some games do.
Yeah, let's try the
We
white.
don't, we don't have to.
And then we can try the other way. There's a function called set active, and then we could play around with that too if we wanted to. Check it out. All right, so let's head back to our code, and we're gonna grab the reference to both of these first. So capital M. No yawning. No yawning. There will be no yawning in my videos. I have to edit that now, Luke. Thanks. Capital M E S H. Mesh. Capital R. Renderer. One word. There you go. Renderer. And then let's call this tower renderer. So we'll have a space there. There you go. And now we're going to grab it. So we'll make an equal sign. And we're going to say lowercase g game object. With a capital O. There you go. You've got it there. Dot get component, capital G. And then we're going to do the less than symbol. And then inside mesh render again, it's the same class type that we're grabbing, that we're referencing over in the far left. And then make sure you close it off with your greater than symbol.
Oh, it's like.
And then you've got your parentheses around after. Yeah, there you go. Before the semicolon and after the greater than symbol.
Parentheses?
So, yeah, so delete your semicolon. Right where your cursor's at is perfect. Delete your. There you go. Open paren. There you go. And then semicolon at the end. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we did that.
Is this that same?
Yeah, we did it in the tank. It's a bizarre syntax. Yeah.
So strange.
It's a C family dynamic casting. It's really ugly. Okay, cool. You can copy and paste that line. We're going to do it again. But we can't. I realize we need to do something first before we can. So let's delete that one line. Yeah. There's a step we need to do first. We'll go up to the top of this code, and we're going to make a reference to our tower. Then we'll go up to the way top. We're going to declare a public variable like you had mentioned earlier. And after line 6, So after the brace, yeah, there you go. Public game object with a capital G. Sorry. We'll just say turret, which is fine. Cool. We'll save it. Go back into Unity.
Do we need the tower as well?
No. That's what game object is. It grabs the script. So the script that we're typing in is already attached to the game object, and when we type in lowercase g game object, we're referencing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But the script is not attached to the turret. Is it there? Yes. So we'll drag the turret into the location. Beautiful. Now we'll head back into the script. Great. And then we're going to go to white flash is the first one we're going to hit. And I want to line 48 inside of the parentheses of flash white. Yeah, we'll say this dot game object. Now that's the variable that we're going to be passing in. And then now we need to declare that argument in line 51. So we're going to go in the parentheses of line 51 and we'll do capital G game object. Okay. You're like that annoying kid in class. It's like, okay, Luke.
You hired me, but you're not paying me.
I'll double your pay. You're doing great. What you got?
Thanks. 0 times 0 is... Wait.
What you got?
I mean, can we do that?
We totally can. And now here's one of the cool parts about our wrapper. So the wrapper function is a void. So that means it's going to immediately call line 48 and line 49 right away. There's no delay between 48 and 49, which is what we want. Because we don't want there to be a delay between the tower flashing or the turret flashing and then the tower. It'll just call both.
Weird, yeah.
Yeah, it'll call both simultaneously. So this will be perfect. Cool. Great. And then we need to be able to have our function accept an argument. So that's on line 52.
Wait.
Yeah, there you go. Capital G this time. Game object. And
we have to declare. Oh, okay.
And then we'll say, I don't know, we'll just call it space. We'll do obj is fine. That's usually what I do in my arguments.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. And then you got it right there. That word game object.
So
with a
we don't even need this, right?
We do.
Or do we do?
We do. Yes.
We need to do obj get component, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I learned.
You did. Cool. Now let's get the material. Now this will be capital M material, and we're getting it from the tower render. You know what? Let's change that tower render word just for the sake of, yeah, there you go. Render.
Obj.
Yeah, perfect. That's great. And now we're going to do our material, so we can just call it mat. It doesn't matter. It's only within the scope of this function, so we're not going to lose track of what it's doing. Equals, it's obj render. So actually we want obj render. Sorry. The one.
Oh, it's obj.
So yeah, here's our naming convention that's going to screw us up again. We'll hit enter.
Oh, no, is it just straight up obj renderer?
You got it. That's what. Yep. We're grabbing now the material
that's
from.
Confusing.
Yeah, but it's with just this function, so it should be okay. And then we're gonna do dot lowercase m materials plural, and then open brace. It's an array, so we're just gonna get index 0. There you go. Or bracket. What is that?
Brace bracket, same thing.
Okay, cool. Great. And then we'll do the next line. We'll do objmat dot enable keyword. And that is a capital E for enable keyword. And yeah, everything's good there except the W in keyword is lowercase. It's a built-in function. You can look in the Unity documentation if you want to see it. Open parentheses, start quote, quotation. We're actually going to pass it as string literal. And then underscore. And then all caps right here, you're going to yell. Emission.
Sequel.
Yes.
What?
Emission. EMISSION. Perfect. And semicolon at the end.
Yeah, you tired of screaming yet?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm doing all in that class. What this is doing is it's allowing the material to have a feature. We're enabling a feature within it. Next one, we'll do objmat.setColor, capital S, set color. And then, yeah, perfect. Open parentheses, quotation, and string literal, underscore. But this time we're not going to yell the whole time. So capital E, and then mission. So emission. And then capital, still the same word. Perfect. Capital C, color. Great. End quote. And then comma dot, well, we have a second argument in here. And it's capital C, color, dot lowercase w, white. There you go. Perfect. That's it. Cool. And then let's wait. So we'll do yield return new, capital W, wait for seconds, open parentheses, 0.1 F, cast it as a float, and then close it off. Cool. This should set it to white, but we have nothing to set.
But then we need to set it back.
You got it. Yeah. So we're going to copy the codes. Copy where it says we don't need to enable the keyword anymore. So we're going to copy set color. Yeah, there you go. We're going to copy that one. And then we can actually do color.black, which is fine. It just removes the extra layer of color on top of it. And then
So black is like equivalent of translucent, or...
Yeah, it turns the alpha off, is all it's doing. Puts the alpha back to 0.
Okay.
So it's not. Yeah, I could show you where emission is. And how we can turn it off and on in the inspector. We'll do that next. So we're gonna essentially copy the idea of line 58, but instead we're disabling this keyword. So we'll. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we can copy it and then disable the capital D. Yeah, that's it.
So, but this is only gonna flash once, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's save it. Make sure there's no errors first before we continue on. Okay, great. So let me show you what we're talking about here. If you double click on the material, there you go. Yeah, double click on that guy. Perfect. Now it's about in the middle. You'll see the word emission. It's hard to see, but higher, right there. There you go. So we're actually in the code. We're doing that, and then click where it says HDR, and switch that to white. There you go. That's what we're doing.
Oh.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh,
in the code.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an extra layer of emission. Notice how black doesn't do anything. And it just does a quick white off. And it's great if you're doing like lights and you want to have something bright that illuminates. We messed around a little bit with this in our bullet, I think. I'm not too sure, but let's hit play and see what happens.
Wow. It works.
Yay. It looks pretty good.
Yeah. I like that.
Cool.
Maybe a little bit shorter.
Okay. Do you remember where to adjust that?
Yes, I do.
Cool. The yield return null, make it, I don't know, 0.05, something like that.
Take my block. Yeah, I think, although I'm not sure, because like I'm sure with like other stuff going on later. No, that looks, yeah, I like that.
Cool. And then if you wanted to later on, we can make it a public variable. Call it flash time, put it in the inspector. If it's something you want to mess around with.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh, you want to see a dirty trick? This is a pretty short video, so let me show you a dirty trick. Let's get into the code real quick.
Okay.
So let's declare that float up in the top. You can call it flash timer, whatever you want to call it. But I'll show you the trick, and the trick is how you can have something like this, but then hide it when you're done, and you don't want to see it in the inspector anymore. So 0.05 F, We'll go to the bottom.
And this needs to be
Flash timer. Perfect. And we'll save it. We'll make sure that we can see it in the inspector. You need to click on the turret object. Yeah, you got it. There it is. Cool. Now let's make it go away. So if you go back into the script.
Change it to private.
That's one way to do it, but we can still make it public just in case if we're in the hypothetical scenario if other classes need reference to it, but we just don't want to see it in the inspector. You can, yeah, these are great.
Okay.
You're going to love these. If you add a new line after line 9, so above that and below that, there you go. We're going to do a brace, like an array brace, a square one. Capital H, hide, and then capital I, in, and then capital I again, inspector. There you go. That's it.
Oh, so like everything below this gets hidden?
Yeah, just the line below.
Oh, just the line below. Okay. That's weird syntax too.
It's a Unity thing. Yeah, if you wanted here, let's do another one. If you go after line 6 and hit enter, we'll be done after this. New line, open a brace, a capital H header, open parentheses, open quotes, and then you can add a header in here. So we can call this one,
oh, so you can organize your different thingies?
yeah, hit variable, something like that, or I don't know, hit, something like that. Yeah, and then save it, and we'll go back in the inspector and see what it looks like.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, it looks nice. Much more clean.
Yeah, it's clean. It's free. There are assets that you can purchase, like Odin, that will really allow you some very customizable features in your inspectors, but you don't need to. You know, you don't have to buy it. Is my point. You can do stuff like this. Cool. So we have a Flash. It works. Do you got anything else before we wrap up this video? What do you think?
I don't think so. I'm feeling good that we got that figured out.
Well, thanks, and we'll see you in the next video where we're going to blow it up.
Cool.
Bye. So we got a good plan of attack. Does that? Yeah. That thing's rusty. You need to lubricate that thing because I could hear like.